Just arrived at the Creative Craft Show. Just been there like you do when you're ladies, and it wasn't very good directions to get to where we wanted to park, so we had to ask a few people, but we got here in the end. So we're just about to go into the hall. This is all cake. Oh, it's knitting, Jane. It's not cake, it's knitting. Isn't that lovely? It's all buildings, and I think it's a place, but I can't read, a marina or something. Yeah. Winter Gardens.
Louise Hamilton Trust.
Yeah. That's all wool. Very clever.
On a day like that, say if I want to work there, I'll peel a bit back and I can lean my whole wrist down, have my jelly set, and I can work like that. So I'm leaning on it, but I'm not leaning on the bottom. Because the wall, A, it's not very painful, B, you're going to lose skin. So on the figurite, or something as small as that, you can do a whole lot of things. But on the figurite, it stops drying out when not.
Jane contemplated whether to buy a rucksack or not. This one is to do with decoupage. We've just gone past some that are all to do with cards on that side. She's camera shy.
You get 2 rolls of ribbon and the book kit with it. Every single time you do a bow, they're perfecto. Remember, all of this is on YouTube as well. I don't know if you can see that at the back. Look how tiny that is, and they don't come undone. So they are really, really clever. If you take decorated, or just doing a little gift. I'm not a crafter, but look, scraps. Scraps of ribbon, you can use fabric. You can just put them on a copper ring. My nieces did one, and it's just tied on. And that's just scraps again of ribbon or fabric. You can use cord, twine, wool, lace.
Yeah, so those are all the new colours. So you've got 4 on that side, and then if you flip it over, there's another 2 new ones on the other side. So there's some really nice ones. I forgot they always do.
This is Rosenberg and Sons fabric, that's just down there. And then this next one is called Emphasize, and it's already pre-made clothes. There you go, and unusual coat there, look. I don't specialise. Very rare on knit, but I do knit. This is Monica Russell. This is a knitting section. Got some cardigans. Beautiful work. And she's standing there knitting at the moment now. So there's lots for everybody that come. Oh, I know this lady. I've seen this lady on telly. Jennie Reyment. Hello, Jenny.
Hello.
Beautiful quilts.
Thank you.
They're gorgeous. I knew this lady since I come around the corner. I recognise you from the telly.
The one and only.
Are you doing alright? Oh, good. This is the Marketing section. Marketing Society, this one's called. Absolutely gorgeous. The time and the knowledge and the art that goes into these, beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? There's Jane, and they're at the where you called store Leather Genie, and she's contemplating having her boots cleaned. Leather boots, and they're obviously selling leather wax to sell. And then this next one, they sell everything here, they advertise everything. This is called the Perfect Tipple, and this is to do with alcohol. This is the Claudia Han wildlife artist, and she's just beautiful, isn't it? And I've just been to Oak Apple Haberdashery, and I've just bought some fat quarters, and of course Jane has as well. And there's the lovely ladies that helped us, and there's all the fat quarters, and a really good bargain. £1.50 a fat quarter, and she's selling fabric for £12 a metre. Beautiful quilts. It's black sheep wool, and there's wool crafts, and they've got pictures all at the back, embroidery, cross stitch, etc. Dolly Dimple crafts. And this one we're just going to look at is called Lily Fabrics UK. It's all over there, so we're just going to look at that one. And look who I found. There's Debbie Shaw. Now everyone knows Debbie Shaw. She's teaching a class at the moment. There you go. And here's Debbie Shaw's store. There you go. There you go.
To play with fabric. And I've written a number of tomes upon the subject. And one that has recently been reissued is this particular one. And it was done for a company called Batsford. Sadly, the one thing about the Batsford books is you aren't allowed to put anything remarkably stupid in them, unlike my other books. But it does have a lot of good ways of twiddling, fiddling, nipping, tucking, manipulating material, and pushes things on a little bit more than perhaps I've done in the previous books. So ideas from Creative Tucks and Textures are these. First of all, there is cosmic happening. Now, if you've never had a happening before in your lives, girls, and indeed boys, have we got any boys in the audience? No, we haven't. What a pity. You could always have a cosmic one, and here is cosmic happening. It's actually much simpler than you think it is. It is a background square chopped into sections with parts of a circle inserted into the scene. It's really quite easy to do, providing you can count to 16. And I am assuming you can all count to 16. So you could have a cosmic happening, but if you didn't want to have just one cosmic happening, why not consider making a multiple and having a load of cosmic happenings? And on this small quilt, we have 9 of them. What an amazing world it would be if you could have 9 cosmic happenings all at once. So there is something that basically is a 9 patch. It's a background square chopped into sections with parts of the circle inserted into it. I've added some embellishment by literally throwing down one of those fancy yarns, this one was called double eyelash, and couching it in place with a zigzag, using invisible thread on the sewing machine. Now, if ever you're going to use invisible thread on the sewing machine, nylon filament as sometimes it's called, do please be careful. Because if the machine clogs up and stops, don't keep going as we all do, thinking, if I keep on sewing it'll sort itself out. Stop. Because that thread can whip round inside the machine, jam up, and if it heats, it will stick. The other thing is, if ever you're using invisible thread or nylon filament, ideally you should have something like cotton or silk in the bottom bobbin. If you have a polyester, it creates even more static electricity. And you'll have to slacken off the tension on your machine. That's the thing that most of us never understand. It's a little wheel on the top that has numbers 0 to 10. You need to take it down below the regular, which could be anything between 3 to 5, simply to slacken off the tension, so that thread runs through a little bit more easily. Because, although it's very fine, nylon filament creates a lot of static electricity, and the machine finds it sticky. So slacken your tension off, and sew carefully. So there is a cosmic happening, but you might not want to have a cosmic happening. You might say, I want to play with squares. So how about blowing your trumpet? And on this particular piece, there are things called trumpets. And trumpets are nothing more complex than squares of fabric folded into a triangle and then again inserted into a seam. And the nice thing about these trumpets is they have an opening, so you could stuff it. You could have padded trumpets with some wadding or even something exotic like potpourri and have smelly stuffed trumpets, should you so desire. Round the edge of this little quilt there is a panel of tucks, and it's also embellished with the fancy fandango, and more about the fancy fandango later. But one of the main reasons for having this panel here is not
big bedroom.
You'll probably get money under the mat. Not denying. Not denying.
Would you like a paper carrier?
So what we're going to do, this is a bookshop that's in Astley, and you can have coffee, something to eat. There's sections for everybody. They're all old books, new and used, and you can sit anywhere you want, and it's like a maze. Everything's titled. It's well worth spending a few hours if you enjoy or coming to see it. Spending a day. Whoops. It's alright, just got your bottom off. Yeah, look, Terry Pratchett books here, if anybody's interested. And then you can still go through all these. And go round this side. Got it wrong then. Yeah, and they provide chairs for people to sit and read books. And just keep going and going and going. And then eventually you come to a place called the Snug, and in the winter they have a fire. You bring your books here, and there's everything's named, in the right place. So if you like reading science fiction or biographies or craft things, there you go. And that's just one section of outside. There's a beer garden or a coffee garden, if you want to call it. Not beer, coffee garden. And we're just going back. I'm promoting you. Oops, and I've got to turn the corner. There you go. Oh, you're doing craft. Is that a craft thing?
Eh?
Is that a craft out there then? For people to go and have a look round?
Yes, yeah, the door's just here.
Oh, I'll go and get Jane. We're going to have a look round. That's a new thing.
Yeah, it's the retro shack.
Oh, right, yeah. That's something different. And then, yeah, look, there's a seat there you can sit at if you want to read. And they've got stuff on the wall. They've got thousands upon thousands of books. And they're all for sale. Beautiful toilets. There's a disabled there. Ordinary one there. And just go around this way. And there's the beer garden outside. Not beer garden, coffee garden. Where you can eat and drink and read your books. You go, little snug areas. There you go. And then come back to the beginning, and down there, look, there's the cafe where you can have a drink, something to eat, and then you can go and eat and drink it wherever you wish. This is called the Retro Shack, and everything in here is for sale. And it's all old stuff. There you go. There's an old cooker. Crackling cutlery. There you go. And this is just outside in the grounds. And everything in here is for sale as well. And this place is just at the end, and it's called the 10 Bob Barn. And if you walk in, everything's 50p. All books 50p. But then trouble with this one, plus the 50p, then you will have to search for it all yourself. But I have to tell you, if you've got children, you can let them in here and choose their own books. They'll have a while of a time finding them. Yeah, and that's the car park. And that blue one there's my car.